Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me for today's at-home Pilates routine. Today we're going to be focusing on our thighs, our glutes, and our abs. I had intended on filming a total body workout today, but a couple of days ago I did a really intense upper body routine and my arms are still sore. It was super effective, so if you'd like to check it out, I will put the link in the description below. For today's workout, we're not going to be needing any equipment whatsoever. However, if you want to throw on a set of ankle weights for our all fours work, please feel free to do it. It'll really step up the intensity. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and get started. We are going to start down on our backs. So roll down slowly with control, finding the center of your mat. Rest your head, neck, and shoulders down on the floor and plant your arms on either side of your torso. We want to position our heels so that they are below our knees, hip distance apart, feet are parallel. From here, we're just going to mobilize the spine. So our spine is in neutral here. We're going to tilt the pelvis back and lift the hips up toward the ceiling, gently tucking the tailbone so that we are not overarching the low back. Then roll it down from the top of the spine to the middle of the spine to the lower back, one vertebra at a time. Tilt it back and bring it up again. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, articulate the spine, and exhale, lift one vertebra at a time. Lower and lift. Driving up through the heels as you lift those hips up toward the ceiling, plugging the belly in toward the spine as you breathe out to elevate. Keep the legs parallel. Nice. For 5, warming up the back body here. Start to squeeze the glutes as you lift the hips. For 3. Nicely done. Last 2. And final 1. Lift the hips up. Now bring the soles of the feet together and widen the knees. So you're in a butterfly bridge position. We're just going to hold here, squeeze the glutes, lift the hips without overarching the low back. You can raise the arms up toward the ceiling, palms facing in. We're going to lower the hips and lift. Lower the hips and lift, gently squeezing the glutes. Lower and lift, abs in, lower and lift. So we're not thrusting those hip bones up in the air, but we are squeezing the glutes and engaging the thighs as we lift. Lower and abs into lift. We've got 5, 4, 3, belly in for 2, and 1. Hold it here. Step your heels down. Heels come under the knees. Now we're going to widen the knees and bring them back to parallel. Feet are flat on the floor to start. And as we open the knees, we roll out onto the outside edges of the feet and then bring them to flat parallel as we bring the knees in. Good. Keep those hips elevated. Abs are engaged. Reach toward the ceiling with those fingertips. We've got 6 and 5. Really squeeze those glutes, engage the thighs for 3 and 2 and 1. Bring the arms overhead, palms facing up toward the ceiling. Reach away from yourself as far as you can. Reach, reach, reach. And now slowly keep reaching. Individually lay down each vertebra from the top of your spine to the middle of your spine to your low back and bring your knees in toward your chest. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Now we're going to roll over onto the side and bring ourselves carefully into an all fours position. So from here, all fours position, we're going to start by flexing the left foot and lifting the leg up toward the ceiling, lifting that heel up toward the ceiling. Lift and squeeze. Tap the knee to the mat, lift and squeeze. Make sure that you're nice and broad across the shoulders here. Fingers are spread, gentle bend in the elbows. And again, we're not overarching the spine. In fact, we're not arching it at all. So you're really keeping that tailbone tucked, squeezing your bum at the top of the lift, keeping that foot flexed. Bend and lift. Bend and lift. Amazing work. Keep it up. Really focusing on switching on those left glutes. We've got 5, 4, abs in for 3, and 2, and 1. Now we're gonna lower the leg, point the toe, and we're gonna draw some circles out to the side on that left side. Circle around and down, up, around, and down. Really draw your navel in towards your spine here. Support yourself through your upper body by pressing the mat away from you so you're not collapsing across your shoulders. And really squeeze the bum at the top of that circle. Nice, exaggerated large circles with that knee. Working into the side booty area, you can do it. We've got 5 and 4. Last 3, opening up in the hip for 2 and for 1. Lower the knee down. Amazing work. We're going to come down onto our forearms. Interlace the fingers, sticking on that left side. We're going to extend the leg, foot is flexed. We're going to bend, heel comes toward the bum. Extend, tap the toe, lift, heel to bum, extend. Tap the toe, lift, heel to bum, extend. Good work. Spine stays long, abs stay engaged, neck stays long, and gaze is down on your fists. Good work. Really contract that hamstring as you bring your heel in towards your bum, and really focus on straightening your leg as much as possible out through that flexed heel. Good. Heating up. Good, keep it up. We've got 4 and 3. You can do it. 2. Working those glutes. Last 1. Lift and hold on your extension. Heel pulses up toward the ceiling. Keep them slow. Make sure you're not rocking around in the torso. Keep that leg elevated. Spine is long. Shoulders are rolled down away from your ears. Breathe through it. I know it's tough. Last movement on this side for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold at the top of the lift. Point the toe, lower the knee. Take the knees nice and wide. Flatten your palms down onto the mat and sink back into child's pose. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. For 3 and 2 and 1. Returning to your all fours position so we can target the right side. So wrists below shoulders, knees below hips. Flex that right foot and heel comes to the sky. Good. Notice that my head is not up. I'm not cranking my neck, nor is it dropped down between my shoulders. It's in line with my spine. Gaze is on the floor. Squeeze those right glutes at the top of the lift. Keep the toes pulled back toward the shin. Belly is in. Firing up the glutes on the right side here. Keep those shoulders nice and broad. Keep breathing through the range of movement. You've got this. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Point your toe, and let's go into those circles. Circling around, up, around, and down. Lift as you come up and around. Squeeze those right glutes. Making a nice exaggerated circle with that right knee. Try not to lean too much to your left side. Keep yourself nice and level and balanced across the hips and the shoulders. Circling for 5, abs in. For 4, for 3, open up in that hip. 2, and 1. Amazing work. Now let's come down onto our forearms. We'll extend the right leg out long. Lift, lengthening through the heel. Bend, extend, tap the foot down. Lift, bend, extend, tap down. Good. Hamstring curls with a leg lift. Our feet are flexed here. Our shoulders are relaxed. Spine is long as we contract that hamstring to bring the heel to the bum. When you stretch out, make sure that you're lengthening as much as possible out through that heel, keeping the leg elevated at least at torso height, no lower. Good. Breathing through it, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Good work, we're nearly there. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold on the extension and lift, 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 lift. Keep those shoulders relaxed. Gaze is on your fists, belly is plugged in, foot is flexed. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Lift an inch higher, point the toe, drop your knee down gently, and stretch it back into well-deserved child's pose, lengthening out through that tailbone. Breathing into the back of the rib cage, and slowly out through the mouth. 2 more breaths here. Regulating the flow. Last breath. And breathe it all out. Amazing work. Now we are going to switch positions to get into our ab work. Ooh, I'm already sweating. Okay, those were tough, but we're done with the glutes. Moving on to those abs. So we're going to get into position for our C curve, meaning that we are finding the center of our mat. We are positioning our legs so they're hip distance apart. Feet are flat on the floor, parallel. I'm going to grip on just behind my knees and then tilt my pelvis forward so I'm elongating the crown of the head up toward the ceiling. Chin is parallel with the floor. From here, we're going to release our hands, palms facing in, shoulders are down away from the ears. We're going to inhale here, and as we exhale, we're going to tilt the pelvis back, curving through that lumbar spine, positioning the spine into the shape of a C. Belly in, deep inhale here, and exhale, abs into lift, tilting the pelvis forward and extending through the spine. Inhale, and exhale. Roll it back with control. Keep those feet flat on the floor. Deep inhale and exhale. Abs in, abs in, abs in the whole way up. Take a couple more like that on your own breath, at your own pace. Last one, we're going to come down and hold. Holding in that C curve position, plugging belly to spine. We're going to extend the right leg out long. Deep inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Lift and lower. Lift, belly to spine to lower. Lift and lower. We've got 4, 3, abs in, 2, reach through those fingertips, point through the toe, and 1. Bend the leg and roll it up. Nice work. Same thing, opposite side. Deep inhale here. Extend the arms out long and exhale, roll it back into your C curve as far back as you can go with abdominal control. Not too far though if you're losing control. Inhale up with the left leg, exhale down. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Gaze is looking out between the palms. Toe is pointed so that all the muscles in the leg are engaged. Good. Inhale up, exhale down. We've got 4, 3, abs in, 4, 2, and final 1, lift and lower, bend the knee and elevate back up. Amazing. Now stretch your legs out long so that they come to the end of the mat and roll down 1 vertebra at a time. Bring your arms overhead here. Legs are about hip distance apart. We're going to inhale to peel up, exhale up, reaching over, breathing all the air out of the lungs. Deep inhale here, and as you exhale, roll down with control. Good. Inhale, peel up. Exhale, fold over the body, dropping the crown of the head, and lower down with control. Now we're going to add a leg lift. We're going to inhale, peel up. As we lower, we're going to raise the right leg and lower down 1 vertebra at a time, bringing the leg back down on the floor. Inhale up. Reach, and lower the leg as you lower the spine. Lift, right leg lifts, and we lower with control. Nicely done, good control. Lift and lower, keeping the belly plugged in. Up, alternating legs as you lower with control, keeping the toes pointed. Last two each side. Abs are in as we lower down. Lift, control it through the spine on your way down. Last one each side. Lift using your upper abs and lower using your lower abs. Last one, upper abs and lower abs to lower. Amazing work. Now we're going to take the hands, interlace them, and place them under the head. We're going to bend at the knees, both knees bend here. We're going to inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to bring one knee toward the elbow. Opposite sides meet. Then we're going to switch side, right elbow toward left knee, and alternating sides. Good. Just hover the head before crossing over to the other side. And I want you to keep your low back pressing onto the mat. Just rotate around your rib cage as you come up and over to cross. Really focus on lifting your shoulder blade up off the floor as you bring elbow to meet opposite knee. Good. Once you're comfortable here, we can start to pick up the flow and the pace of this exercise. So we're going to lift the heels off the mat so that just the big toes are pointing down to the floor. And then we're going to start moving with more flow, keeping the head, neck, and shoulders elevated the entire time. Good. I know it's tough. We've got 8, working those obliques, so keep it up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and hold. Bring both feet down to the floor. Amazing. Now, we're going to target those upper abs. So we're going to bring the knees into a tabletop position, bring the hands back behind the head. We're going to either keep the knees bent here, or we're going to extend the legs out on a 45-degree angle. We're going to lift and lower. Just hover the head. Lift and lower. Keep those legs elevated and squeezed together if you're out on your extension. Otherwise, you're keeping your low back pressed into the floor with those bent knees. Either way, we are peeling our head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat, and we are working our upper abs as we lift and crunch up. Good. We've got 5 and 4. Last 3 and 2. Final 1, we're going to come up and hold. Bring your hands forward, reaching toward your toes, and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whoo! Oh my gosh, my upper abs are burning. I hope you felt that too. Let's circle the knees in opposite directions. Just take a little moment before we finish off with our last ab exercise. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Okay, now we're going to go into some very simple, straightforward leg lifts, but they are going to deeply target those lower abs. So options here, you've either got your hands down on the mat, palms facing down on either side of your tailbone, or you're pressing your hands onto the floor on either side of the body, or you're interlacing those fingers for the most challenging option and bringing them under head. We're going to peel up into a crunch position from here. Now for your leg lifts options, you've got your knees bent, you're hinging from the hips, shallow lift and lower. Option 2, more challenging, you've got your legs fully extended. Peel up if you're going into your crunch. We're going to lower, hinge from the hips, abs in to lift those legs. Lower with control, belly to spine to lift. Lower, squeeze those legs together and lift with control. Hinging from the hip, connect with your lower abs to lift. Lower, abs into lift. We've got 5, 4, work that lower belly. 3, lift up a bit higher if you're crunching. 2, last 1, lift and lower the feet down to the mat. From here, we're gonna roll over onto our stomachs. Oh, I'm super sweaty. And place our hands on either side of our shoulders. Legs are hip distance apart. We're gonna inhale here and exhale, peel up into an abdominal stretch. You can keep your forearms down on the mat if it doesn't feel good on your spine to lift up this high. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Inhale and exhale. Bring yourself down to the mat and into an all-fours position. We're gonna step the feet back into plank just for a moment and then fold the right leg under the body, coming into a pigeon pose to just stretch out the glutes, the hips, and the thighs a little bit. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. I like to look out over my shoulder as well to get a bit of a neck stretch in at the same time. Roll your shoulders down away from your ears for 3, for 2, and for 1. Plant your hands down on the mat, step your feet back into plank. Now bring left leg under the body for pigeon pose. Looking out over your shoulder if that feels good, and stretching and opening through that hip. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Now you can transition into an all-fours position facing me. We're going to inhale, lift our shoulders up by our ears, and exhale, roll them down and back. Inhale to lift, exhale to round down and back. Amazing work. We did it. We worked our thighs, our glutes, and our abs. I hope you enjoyed that routine, and I look forward to working out with you again next time.